Hello guys! I am so happy to see you here again in this video. In this video, I will show you the beginner level of the Vietnamese table manners, which start from the common polite acts that anyone should know before entering the table. I arranged this the beginner level because I believe that many other cultures also share the same kind of polite eating manners, so they will be easier to be understood and adopted by you. Let's go! Let's get to the first one. It starts when you pick a seat at the table. It's important to remember to keep an appropriate distance when you sit. Not too close, but not too far. It may sound easy, but it gets harder than that.
Yes.
You see, in Vietnam, you may find it common that instead of sitting around a table, we would sit on a floor mat and then eat. It was a common practice of Vietnamese people for a long time ago, and our bodies are used to sitting like so. But there's a high chance that you're not. So what do you need to remember? You will need to stay cross-legged at all costs and don't stretch your legs out. And next, you remember what I said about keeping the appropriate distance. Yes, in this case, you will have to sit not too close that you will be considered rude, but again, not too far so that you will not be able to reach the food. Remember that the next time you sit around a Vietnamese meal. When you're sitting, make sure that you keep your back up straight. I know that your neck may get a bit tired from having to stoop down and take the food, but sitting up straight is the best way that you can show politeness to the person surrounding you. The next important thing that you will need to remember is your eating manners. In Vietnam, it is really easy to judge a person just based on their eating manners. So if you don't want to leave a bad impression on the locals, you remember what to do next, which is the key word, quiet eating. In Vietnam, we're against any form of creating noises during eating. So please don't even think about slurping your food or chomping on your food. In other cultures, that may be a way to show that you enjoy your food. But in Vietnam, if you dare to do that, you already got one foot out of the local store. The next thing that you need to notice is the sound you make when you're chewing on the food. Yes, you heard correctly. In Vietnam, besides the rudeness, the act of chewing loudly can also be considered a habit of the poor people. So please remember, next time you're chewing on your food, take your time to digest the food. Close your mouth while you're chewing on the food, and then try to make as little noise as possible. The people surrounding you will thank you a lot because of that. The quiet eating rule also means that you are not supposed to talk at all while eating. We savor the food, and we do that by trying to put all of our mind into eating them. And other than that, your food, if not chewed enough times, will need more time to be digested, potentially causing very painful stomach aches. Please remember, don't try to start any conversation at all as long as you still have food in your mouth. This also goes on with other activities like drinking wine or having soup. Don't try to multitask while you're eating. Have you remembered all the basic rules? Follow our channel and wait for our next video to explore the table manners during the context of sharing the food with the people around you. Please stay tuned.